Unrest continues to grow in Iran as at last 12 people are now believed to be dead after 4 days of violent protests. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani appealed for calm on Sunday, and attempted to downplay the significance of the protests during a television address on Monday. Still, Iranian state media was forced to concede that the Sunday night protests were the bloodiest yet, as at least 10 protesters were killed during the course of uprisings across the country. In his statement, Rouhani called upon the Iranian people themselves to help quell the demonstrations, saying, "Criticism and protest are an opportunity, not a threat. The nation will themselves respond to the rioters and lawbreakers." Rouhani continued, "Our nation will deal with this minority who chant slogans against the law and people's wishes, and insult the sanctities and values of the revolution." According to AFP, 6 of the deaths occurred in the small western town of Ta'isarkan after police fired shots at protesters. 2 more were reported dead in the southwestern town of Is. The protests show no immediate signs of slowing down, as anonymous social media users in Iran have continued to post calls for protests across the country. The Iranian people are protesting a variety of issues, including government corruption, poor economic conditions, and the treatment of women in the Islamic Republic. At Rouhani's instigation, counter-protests have arisen in support of the government, and clashes between protesters and counter-protesters have at times grown violent. President Donald Trump continued to tweet his support for the protesters on Monday morning.